Good afternoon, and welcome to Washington Memorial Chapel at Valley Forge. My name is Tommy Thompson. I have the honor of being the 7th rector here at the chapel. Many of you have asked me, how long has this been built? Well, of course, you know, George Washington used to pray in here every morning. Of course not. The foundation was laid in 1903. And it wasn't until somewhere around the 1920s that it ended up being what you see today. And that's because it took people from all over the country sending in donation by donation for this to be truly built as the nation's chapel. And that is what Father Burke, the first rector, that is how he named this chapel. He called it the nation's Bethel, where every citizen in this country can stand shoulder to shoulder in the great American brotherhood. And so we're open every day from 10 to 4, and then when the days are a little longer, we change to 10 to 5. We usually have docents on schedule, so if any of you would like to come and learn more about the art, the architecture, and the symbols of the chapel, I would love to have you come back. And the number one asked question that I get as the rector here is, are you a church or a museum? And the answer is, it's kind of both. We started as both a museum and a church. So what we are today is we are a national shrine for George Washington, the soldiers, officers, and people of Valley Forge. We are also a symbol of our nation. If you'll notice, if you look around, there are 13 windows. The windows alternate the colors of red and blue. The Indiana limestone was originally white. You know how time changes colors. But so red, white, and blue, 13 windows. And every window is named for a patriot. For example, the window over the altar, which, by the way, isn't faded, those are prints because the Martha Washington window is currently being renovated at Bayer Studio in Philadelphia. When it comes back, we will be able to say we've restored all 13 windows here at the chapel. And so that's going to happen this spring. But that's the Martha Washington window, and on the other side here is the George Washington window, which tells the story of Washington from his baptism until his retirement. And so this place, everywhere you look, it points to the formation of this nation that we love so much. And so I thank you for being here today, and I welcome you and look forward to all US250 has in store.
I'm former Governor Mark Schweiker and delighted to be in your company. A big hand for our host. Thank you so much for your comments. And today, it's also a rally center, a rally site, as we gather to reflect on an amazing stretch of years and soon to culminate at the end of the year. It's not going to end July 4th. We've got many months to come of, I think, attractive events and exciting events, and good folks like you make this possible. So if you would, two thoughts before I introduce our hard-working executive director of the America 250 PA operation, and I should say I speak for the entire commission at Pat Burns, a name you might recognize, the chair, not up to par today just because of you know what's going around, yet sends his greetings, and I know he would be absolutely thrilled to stand here as I do and look at the size of the assembled and just feel the fervor as we get ourselves ready for this famous year, 2026. So with that, I'm going to ask you to stand. We have a color guard about to approach us, and then we will say the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. as they say, at ease, and thank you to the Sheriff's Color Guard. Big hand for the Color Guard and Montgomery County. Just two thoughts here as I give way to Cass Coleman. You know, friends, think about it as we gather here on this chilly Friday in January. I don't think one has to be a history buff to always be moved when you traverse these hallowed grounds, these greatly significant grounds, to know that great things were accomplished here that led to the establishment and the sustenance of our republic. And I think it's only appropriate, as I guess we're now, we kicked off this morning in Philadelphia. We've got 67 stops planned, 64 to go. We'll get there. Or I've got to be frank, friends. Cass will get there. I'm the Southeastern PA guy. And not to jest, but we gather as free people. And we're in a day and age, whether you cite a country like Iran or others, where you see firsthand on the TV screen or in digital posts that not everyone is free. That's been guaranteed to us. I mean, we pledged just a moment ago to this notion, this value, when we gather as free people, as Americans, that this means so much to us. You know, von Steuben walked the grounds here and said, this fight's worth it. I'm a Bucks County guy. We go to Bucks County from here. We're Washington, cross the Delaware. And I said, not only jokingly, but with some purpose, just a few hours ago, but think about it. Had General Washington not succeeded on that Christmas Day march in the darkness and the sun beginning to come up as they began the Battle of Trenton and won, we probably wouldn't be pledging allegiance to that flag. Perhaps a British command flag. And that's not being dramatic. And I think sometimes, and I do worry about some and younger folks who may not understand the significance of this historical march so that free people could live their life here in the United States of America. Think about it. We are the longest running democracy in the history of the world. Now, it's being challenged, and I would not be passing a straight talk test if I failed to look you in the eye and say that, yes, at this very moment, we feel a sense of fracture and division. Yet, we gather today because we're motivated by this remarkable sense of unity that the USA250 PA effort has proffered across this Commonwealth. The idea that we're going to come together, especially on July 4th, and say, as free people, as of independent thought, we gave rise to this. And my Lord, we could not be successful in this launch effort across Pennsylvania today in the company of so many accomplished leaders in the House and the Senate and commissioners if it didn't reflect and say this: wouldn't be done right if we didn't convene in Montgomery County. I mean, without the sacrifice and the hardships that really still touch your heart to this day that occurred all around us, where would we be? And so, yes, to some extent, and there's an A to B here, I'm confident that we will come out of this period, as ugly as it is at times, and distressing as it is to see at times, that we will be a stronger country and a stronger republic. The B is, it's up to us. And I do believe that part of the reason that I responded to a Tom Wolf at the time, and then to his successor, Josh Shapiro, and all the former govs are participating as members of this commission, that we were in because we believe, and I think you do too, in that beating heart of yours, that aside from the programmatic aspects of the USA250 PA effort, friends, as I see it, this is one big, compelling, massive civic training exercise. And we need it here, not only in Pennsylvania, but across the country, really to remind us what our true distinctions are, not only in the nature of government, but we are the longest running accomplished democracy in the history of the world. It's precious stuff. And we dedicated ourselves to that 250 years ago. The least we can do is come together on this Friday afternoon and say, we are recommitted to that. And across Montgomery County's communities, I want to emphasize this before Cass takes the microphone. Think about it. All 67 counties in a formal action by their leaders, particularly the county commissioners in many large jurisdictions within those counties, have said, this means so much to us. We resolve to put on a year's worth of effort to connect with young and old alike. And finally, what I love about our emphasis, and really this was a chosen course some time ago, and I must admit, so to speak, I refer to Cass as the executive director, and believe me, she is a machine and working hard to launch this. I've often said to Cass, and this is a compliment, Cass has been the chief architect of all that we've managed to activate, and you're going to hear about some of that. But for us, knowing that America was founded on the idea that this is a country for all, that our program, in terms of its emphasis and its philosophic grounding, was that it's meant to be open to all citizens. And so today, it really does my heart some good. And I hope you feel the same kind of validation as you walk into this chapel, that together with a sense of unity and what can be accomplished between now and July 4th and right through the balance of the year and going forward, it's up to us. And I think the legacy aspect of this is something we just didn't anticipate. But when we see the crowds today, and you'll probably see some of it because Mayor Parker did a super job this morning. I mean, it was revival time, according to the gospel of Mayor Parker. And so absolutely delighted to offer that reflection, absolutely motivated and delighted to be in your company and to say thanks for your efforts and your diligence. We are going to do great work as we all participate in pushing out these remarkable civic lessons that are afforded to free people. So Cass, please offer your thoughts.
Thank you so much, Governor. And as Governor mentioned, I'm Cassandra Coleman, and I have the distinct honor of serving as the Executive Director of America 250 PA. And we are Pennsylvania's official commission working across all 67 counties and more than 500 communities to lead this once-in-a-generation celebration of the semi-quincentennial. We've launched over a dozen initiatives, and now we are officially kicking off this epic statewide calendar of events for this year. It's finally here, so that deserves a round of applause, doesn't it? It's finally here. I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to America 250 PA's semi-quincentennial Founder Circle sponsors who make our work across this state possible. Their support strengthens our ability to engage and encourage all Pennsylvanians to take part in commemorating the 250th anniversary. We're grateful for the partnership and shared commitment of Bold Gold Media, Comcast NBC Universal, Coterra Energy, Discover NEPA, Dobbin House Tavern, Dwayne Morris, EQT, Hershey, Highmark, iHeartRadio, Independence Blue Cross, Miracle Commercial, Penske, Settlers Hospitality, Utz, and Wawa. And we also want to thank today's local and event sponsors whose support helped bring this kickoff to life here in Montgomery County. Your partnership reflects the same civic pride and community spirit that we are celebrating today. So we want to thank the Montgomery County Commissioners, the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Bureau, and Lansdale Borough. Let's give all of them a round of applause. So today we stand in Montgomery County celebrating the start of America's 250th anniversary and the role communities like this one continue to play in our shared story. Some of the American Revolution's most consequential moments unfolded right here. Next door at Valley Forge, the Continental Army endured a brutal winter and emerged stronger, shaped in part by the training and discipline introduced under Baron von Steuben. This county also played a vital role in the long work of reform, supporting abolitionists like Lucretia Mott and providing paths of freedom seekers through the Underground Railroad. Montgomery County's story also reflects a deep tradition of pluralism. Early communities like the Dunkards, Mennonites, Schwenkfelters, Catholics, and Lutherans helped shape the county's farms, villages, and traditions. Taken together, Montgomery County shows how resilience, how faith, and moral courage build Pennsylvania and helped shape this nation. That legacy continues today through America 250 PA's work in Montgomery County. Through partnerships with local schools, nonprofits, municipalities, and volunteers, the county has played an active role leading up to this semi-quincentennial year, including 2 Keystone Classroom Initiative visits at Upper Moreland Elementary and the Baldwin School. A Liberty tree was planted at Pennypacker Mills Park, and bells across Pennsylvania installations are here at Washington Memorial Chapel and historic Trapp. Montgomery County has also helped advance local projects through our semi-quincentennial grants, supporting efforts like Valley Forge 250 with the Friends of Valley Forge, restoration and civic education work at the historic Trapp's Speaker House, the America 250 Summit on Civic Education with the Jack Miller Center, preservation work at the Mary and Friends Meeting House, 4th of July fireworks in Rockledge, and the American Revolution Show with the Valley Forge Convention and Visitors Bureau. In addition, Pennsylvania Day mini grants supported the Medal of Honor Grove Cleanup Day through Founding Forward and helped us clean over 500 graves in historic Trapp. Through another PA Day project with Garden of Health, volunteers helped grow and harvest fresh food to support our neighbors facing food insecurity. Together, these efforts connect Montgomery County's past to the people shaping its future, reflecting the creativity, the resilience, and the civic pride that define this community. Today's kickoff recognizes MontCO as both a steward of its history and an active participant in America's 250th anniversary. I now have the honor of introducing some of our distinguished guests that we have with us today. America 250 PA is grateful for the support we receive from leaders and partners across our Commonwealth, including so many elected officials, America 250 PA commissioners and advisors, as well as members of our 250 county commissions. Today, we are pleased to have many of them here with us. First, to offer remarks, I'd like to welcome Jamila Winder, Chair of the Montgomery County Board of Commissioners.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here today. For those that don't know me, I'm Jamila Winder. I'm proud to chair the Montgomery County Board of Commissioners, and I'm even more excited to be here to kick off the 250th birthday of this great country. I want to make some acknowledgments before I start. First, I want to thank the America 250 PA team for their work in bringing us together today. We're joined by our MontCO state delegation, Representative Mary Jo Daly, Donna Sharon, thank you for being here, Representative Webster, and Tim Briggs, who you will hear from shortly. I'd like to thank former Governor Mark Schweiker for being here. Good to see you, and thanks for supporting MontCO. I'd also like to give a shout out to our great community college, who is providing the cake for our reception this afternoon. And there are several members of our America 250 Commission that are here, and I'd like to invite them to take a moment to stand and be acknowledged. Thank you. I also want to acknowledge that Montgomery County's America 250 Commission is chaired by former MontCO Commissioner, Commissioner Ken Lawrence. So he's sitting in the back. And of course, our friends at Valley Forge, Mike Bowman, thank you for your leadership and your work. And thank you to Valley Forge National Historic Park and Superintendent Rose Fennell, who I saw. She's still here? There you are. Can you please stand to be acknowledged? And finally, our host here, thank you to Father Tommy Thompson for being such a gracious host. You know, it's always special to be here in the park. I've called Montgomery County home for more than 4 decades. It's a reminder of how closely intertwined our local history is with the history of this great nation. And it reminds us of the courage and bravery it took to earn our independence and shape our democracy. Sometimes I think we take this history in our backyard a bit for granted, but something tells me this year will be a little bit different. No one knows better than our partners at Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board. MontCO Tourism is in great hands with this group, especially during this big year. They're projected to be about 1 million additional people visiting the area this summer, between the 250th anniversary, the World Cup, and the MLB All-Star Game. It's a great economic opportunity for Montgomery County and an opportunity to build a strong reputation as a great place to visit. We all know how great a place MontCO is for families and people of all ages. And the Valley Forge team is up to the challenge and is already working to spread the word far and wide. At the county level, and before I go, I want to acknowledge my colleague, Commissioner Tom DeBello. How could I forget you? Please stand to be acknowledged. At the county level, we're working together as the Board of Commissioners to ensure that all the great events that are happening throughout Montgomery County are available and people know exactly what's happening throughout MontCO. We got a head start on our planning last year when we formed our MontCO America 250 Commission. This is a group of residents, local leaders, county staff, and community partners from across the county. We put this commission together so that we could make sure that this year's celebrations are meaningful, inclusive, and well-connected to the broader celebrations throughout the region. We know Montgomery County's 62 municipalities are eager to throw parties of their own, and we're encouraging our municipal partners to keep the county informed on the celebrations you are planning. Our aim is to create a master list of everything that's happening this year so that residents can keep up with the celebrations. If there's an America 250 celebration that you know about and you want to share with us, please share it with our county team at America250 at montgomerycountypa.gov. I know my little guy Max, who is 5 going on 15, loves our community festivals, so we'll be bringing him to some of those events as well. One of the county's greatest privileges and responsibilities is to serve as a convener. We're always looking for ways to connect our community partners and amplify the great work that we do. In that spirit, I'm really looking forward to all of the events throughout Montgomery County this year. July 4th will be here before we know it. Unfortunately, that means we're running out of time in terms of how we all pronounce semi-quincentennial. So say it with me now. Semi-quincentennial. There you go. I think I still need some practice. But I have faith in all of you. And I have faith that there's few better places to be for America's 250th birthday than Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. So thank you for being here. And now I'd like to turn it over to our next speaker, PA Representative Tim Briggs.
Thank you, Chair Winder. It's always great to follow you. This is really humbling opportunity for me. I lived in Montgomery County when I was, I'm going off script already, when I was young, and when I was 6, it was the bicentennial, 1976. And I was in kindergarten, and I remember doing a field trip when this was still a state park. And we moved right before the bicentennial, but remember watching at 6 years old is one of those things that's ingrained in my head. I want to acknowledge my colleagues. It's great that Representative Daley, Webster, and Sheeran are here. Special thanks to Jared Solomon. I'm going to mention you in a little bit as your former colleague. Chris Quinn's here. I'm going to get in trouble. I have 2 mayors. I don't know if any other electeds. West Contract Mayor Danelle Fournier is here, and Mayor of Bridgeport, Tony Hiles here. I want to thank them. I can never get in trouble for thanking your own mayors. Thank the hard work for making all this happen by Cassandra. She's been here a couple times and her team, folks at the county. The MontCO 250 Commission, led by Ken Lawrence. I met him earlier. I think he's in the back. And all the commission members. It really is, the work you're doing is great. This year, all eyes will be on our region, and I know with your hard work, we will be proud. This has been years in the making, and I think when Jared first got elected, he organized a hearing, a briefing that Andrew Hones came and talked to us, and I've stopped saying what Jamila told us just to how to pronounce, because he had a slide, and he said it, he said it differently, semi-sesquicentennial. Is that what it is? He had something, so I stopped saying it because I kept screwing up. He kept telling us. But that was in 2017 probably. This act that created the authority was passed in 2018. And to have Jared here with us, I was going to take credit because I was one of the co-sponsors. But Jared was him and Alex Charlton were the prime sponsors, and he's serving us so well on the commission. We all get a great fortune when we go to work in the Capitol. And behind us is a mural in the House floor that was painted by Edwin Abbey. The official name of it is Baron von Steuben Drilling the Ragged Patriots at Valley Forge. It's a daily reminder for me, who loves Valley Forge so much, Joe and I represent parts of Valley Forge together, of the significance of what happened here. Many call Valley Forge the birthplace of the modern American Army, which is a big deal. But more important to me is the demonstration of the ability of everyday Americans to pull together and overcome adversity during extraordinary times. No site has become a symbol of perseverance and sacrifice in our nation more than Valley Forge. Here in MontCO, we are ready for the celebration, and there is no one better to have on your event party planning team than the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board. As the vice chair of the board, I am beyond proud of the organization's strategic marketing plan for this year and beyond. I should thank Tom and Jamila for reappointing me to the board. It's an honor of mine to serve unanimously. To be reappointed is a big deal. But we are led by Mike Bowman the showman. I know Mike is here. He was here. They're right there. Mike does amazing work. He's assembled a team. They've been spending years planning to pull out the stops for 2026, make it something special for Montgomery County. As we heard, sports is going to be a huge way to help us celebrate this year. Our region will be hosting things like the PGA Championship, a bunch of World Cup games, some of March Madness, Major League Baseball All-Star Game, and so many more. Seems like the list keeps growing. I think today they announced a women's lacrosse championship, first one ever being held in the city of Chester. While millions will be coming to our region to visit Independence Hall, the Liberty Bell, or attend one of the events, we will be ready to have them want to spend some time and money in Montgomery County. This work will start in a little bit at the NFL draft in Pittsburgh, with technologically so advanced, I don't quite understand it, how we're going to be pushing Valley Forge and Montgomery counties to their social media through geocaching and very high-tech stuff that the team briefs us on, and I just nod in agreement. Sounds great. They're bringing back Cirque Soleil in MontCO. It's the fourth time. It's going to be up at the fairgrounds in Oaks in May with one of their best shows, Luzia. It's a huge deal. It's going to be great for Montgomery County. But this year will also be a great reminder of what's at stake for the future of our country and democracy. While the chaos around us, and Governor Schweiker, it's always great to hear from you, and you say it so articulately, much better than me. Mark used to work in King of Prussia for a little bit, and we miss seeing him at our 9/11 ceremonies. But while the chaos around us seems to be getting worse every day, the events and programs that are being organized will be an amazing way to demonstrate how we fought for our independence and that we can't take it for granted. There is a really cool program being planned, and I know there's a training program today called House of Declarations. When the Declaration of Independence was first voted on July 4th, they spent the night planning, making hundreds of copies and distributing them. On July 8th, and I've been to this ceremony in Independence Hall, and Adam, I was here 2 summers ago, very warm day, they read the Declaration of Independence. In July 8th, noon, 1776, they did it at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Easton, someplace in New Jersey. I'm looking at Jared because he's my historian. Trenton. And they read it. When Adam did it, it was probably 102 degrees, 15 minutes. Adam does it a little bit slower. It was like 20 minutes, but gathers a crowd. It's a great way to talk, have a conversation. Montgomery County is planning to do these all throughout Montgomery County, in town centers, bars, cool, exciting places. The way people would get their news 250 years ago is what we're trying to capture, that imagination. It's really exciting. We will be celebrating, as Jamila said, here on the 4th of July. It's the only national park to be created on a 4th of July. It's the 50th anniversary of Valley Forge National Historical Park. It used to be a state park. And when we are done celebrating 2026, we're going to keep going for 2027, because Valley Forge, the encampment, was the winter of 77 and 78. So that's when the real excitement's going to be happening for Valley Forge, is next year. Cassandra, thanks again for all you're doing for the Commonwealth, for us in MontCO. I wish I knew about the EPIC slogan, because it is going to be epic. Something that Bowman talks about all the time is transformational, exciting, making our residents, our visitors really feel proud and keep driving them back to come back to visit. So thank you all. I'm looking forward to this year and ready to kick it off. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And in addition to those that Commissioner Winder and Representative Briggs mentioned, I'd also like to just thank the Office of State Senator Tracy Pennycook, the Office of Representative Eric Nelson, the Office of Representative Matt Bradford, and the offices of U.S. Senators both Fetterman and McCormick for having a presence here as well. So thank you all for being here. I would be remiss if I did not shout out our local law enforcement as well as the Pennsylvania State Police. The Pennsylvania State Police are a member of the America 250 PA Commission. They travel with us to 67 counties all of the time. They always have a presence at our events, and they ensure that we could put these events on across our state safely. So let's give a round of applause for our law enforcement. America 250 PA is and always has been committed to one mission: reaching every Pennsylvanian. As we look ahead, we're bringing people together through signature events and statewide initiatives designed to meet communities where they are and create lasting connections to this historic moment. A key part of that legacy is our semi-quincentennial bell program, modeled after the replica Liberty Bell donated by Queen Elizabeth II for the bicentennial in 1976. Each bronze semi-quincentennial bell is a permanent public installation designed to invite reflection, pride, and connection to Pennsylvania's diverse contributions to the American story. In 2026, America 250 PA will place 3 additional semi-quincentennial bells, bringing the total to 6 enduring legacy reminders of this milestone year. In addition, the America 250 PA Commonwealth Concert Series will feature 5 free concerts across Pennsylvania, leading up to the Welcome America Festival and Concert in Philadelphia. These events will bring top-tier national talent and epic live experiences to communities across the Commonwealth, creating meaningful semi-quincentennial memories for Pennsylvania families, echoing the joy and connection many remember from the bicentennial. And while you're enjoying the music, please keep an eye out for a couple of America 250 PA signature drinks. We have launched Declaration, which is our America 250 PA brew from a partnership with Runaway Train Brewery, and the America 250 PA Commonwealth Cosmo in partnership with Mishka Vodka. One of the most meaningful investments we're making is in Pennsylvania students. In recognition of America's 250th anniversary and our Commonwealth's long-standing commitment to education, America 250 PA will award $250,000 in semi-quincentennial scholarships to Pennsylvania high school seniors attending an in-state college or university during the 26-27 academic year, creating opportunities and helping keep that next generation of Pennsylvania leaders learning, growing, and building their futures here. The application for these are open until the end of the month, and we encourage any Pennsylvania senior to apply. That commitment continues at the post-secondary level through our Direct Effect Innovation Challenge presented by the Pennsylvania Turnpike. This gives college students the opportunity to present and develop and pitch creative campaigns. For the last 7 years, the creativity, the talent, and the passion of over 400 participating students from more than 40 institutions across the Commonwealth have demonstrated that Pennsylvania is truly in good hands. We're also honoring service and sacrifice through our Memorial Flag Initiative, launching May 16th, which will place American flags at veterans' grave sites across Pennsylvania from Memorial Day through Veterans Day in 2026 as a visible expression of gratitude and remembrance. From April through October, the Lecture 250 series will offer free public lectures across Pennsylvania presented in partnership with 8 organizations exploring the people, ideas, and events that shaped our Commonwealth and the nation. With PCN providing statewide coverage, audiences across Pennsylvania can join in on those conversations. And don't forget, there is still time to sign up for the Road to 2026 as well. Presented by Independence Blue Cross, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Capital Blue Cross, this is our health and wellness initiative. We want to motivate Pennsylvanians to get out and get healthy in time for July 4th by logging their miles at our beautiful state parks. Our America 250 PA Countdown to 250 mobile experience, powered by Penske, will be back on the road this spring, traveling the Commonwealth through Independence Day to deliver interactive exhibits, educational games, and opportunities for Pennsylvanians in communities both large and small to share their own stories. And we are especially excited for our last National Pennsylvania Day, which we expect to be bigger and better than ever. In partnership with Feeding Pennsylvania, local food banks, and Keep Pennsylvania Beautiful, volunteers across the Commonwealth will come together to support food distribution efforts and participate in cleanup and revitalization projects, bringing neighbors together to strengthen the places that we all call home. So far, more than 1,000 volunteers have packed over 30,000 boxes of food with over $60,000 in mini grants, helping turn local beautification efforts into lasting impact. And this is just the beginning. All of this is part of a shared effort, one that reaches into every county and every community. No matter where you live in Pennsylvania, there is a place for you in this milestone to learn, to serve, to reflect, and most importantly, to celebrate together. We are now proud to mark this moment with a ceremonial flag presentation, and this presentation reflects the partnership between the Commonwealth and its counties and our shared commitment to honor America's 250th anniversary with purpose, care, and pride. I would invite the county commissioners to come forward, Governor Schweiker, and this truly is a visible reminder of our shared responsibility in this historic year, the vital role that Montgomery County has played in Pennsylvania and America's story, and to thank you for your continued support. Do the same thing. As we continue through 2026, the work ahead belongs to all of us. This anniversary gives Pennsylvania a national stage, and what the country sees will be shaped by how well we collaborate, how thoughtfully we engage our communities, and how boldly we show up for one another. If we work together, Pennsylvania will do what it has always done: lead the nation. And I am confident that we'll live up to that legacy. One last thing before we conclude our program is I'm going to ask you to hold up your swag, whether it be a flag, a sign, a t-shirt, whatever that is, because we are going to take a selfie to document this moment in this kickoff. So everyone hold up your signs. My team, can we get some more signs out into the crowd there? We thought everybody had a sign. Let's get everybody's signs up. Okay. Maybe the signs are in your seat, by your seats. All right. Ready? I want to. So I want to thank everybody for being here. And again, we want to make 2026 epic with each of you. There is light refreshments and a reception afterwards, so we do hope that each of you will join us. Thank you again for being here.